Okay guys, we're getting close to the end now. We have a few more to go, but let's jump in and have a look at how we can steer this vehicle. Let's jump in and get this method completed. Let's go. So there is no car in this simulation. So everything is text-based and it is in the console. So we need to be able to represent direction change textually. And it can be a little bit annoying, especially if you don't really know how this is done. So basically it is designed on a clock face. And so when the program starts, the car will face 12 o'clock. So we're going to have limits on numbers that can be visualized in our stats, in display stats. So what can be printed out. And this will all be done obviously inside, change steering wheel, whatever the name of the method is. And that is, we'll have a lower limit of 1 and an upper limit of 12, which means once we go through this and I teach you how you're going to, not teach you, just talk you through how this is done, the most important thing at the end, and I want to say this now, at the end of your logic, you must make sure that any numbers that exceed 12 or below 1 need to be corrected back to a clock. Okay, so for starters, we can see that the variable inside our class is initialized at 0, and there is no 0 on this clock. So immediately, we need to change this either in run simulation. This needs to be changed to 12 immediately, okay, so that the car faces up this way. We have a right variable and a left variable, and the right, which is correct, will take the car in this direction around this way, and left is -1, which will bring the car this way. Actually, to make this easier, I have a car. So let's say, for example, we have a command that says right. Okay, so we will execute our change steering wheel, or steer car. I can't remember what it's called. Let's have a look. Otherwise, that's going to annoy me. Turn steering wheel. Okay, so turn steering wheel. So if we turn the steering wheel right, the car will turn to the right 1 point. So now direction. So we will plus equals 1. Okay, let's do that here. Plus equals 1. Left is plus equals -1. Okay, which is -1 in math. So now direction, because we went right, is equal to 13. Okay, which is incorrect. So immediately, once it goes through here, at the bottom of this method, we will obviously need to have if statements to fix that. So let's go back here. So let's just go Control C, Control V. So then we will obviously need to go if direction is equal to 13. Direction equals 1. Okay, so that'll give you an idea. And obviously, if direction is equal to 0, direction equals 12. Yeah, because if we go through this, if we just put this here, okay, if we have a command that says go left, we plus equals -1. And if we -1 from this, this goes to 12. Now we get a second left. Okay, command is left. So we plus equal -1. Direction, direction equals -1. That's 11. So the car goes here. And the same. If we keep turning left, we will eventually get all the way around to here. And then direction here is equal to 1. Okay, and then again, we get another left. Okay, direction equals 0 because this is truth. Okay, so we're not looking at a clock, we're doing math. So direction equals 0. Now the problem is there is no 0. So again, we come down here and it does the conditional. If direction is equal to 0, direction equals 12. So now direction is equal to 12. Car goes click. Okay, and it's the same. If we get it right, direction equals direction equals 13. You know, if direction is equal to 13, direction equals 12. Equals 1. Yep. Boom. Okay. And these are the things you have to think about. Otherwise, direction just does itself. It's just two conditionals. If right, +1. If left, -1. Okay? And again, try to use the global variables so that it's nice and easy to read. So you will be plus equaling -1. Okay? Which basically, if I just put this here so we don't have to deal with it. If right, we +1. If left, we -1. If we left again, -1. Yeah, if we left again, -1. It's very simple. The thing that makes it difficult is these two numbers. You have to make sure that that the direction never displays 13 and the direction never displays 0. Okay, and I believe that I've shown you enough comments, if statement comments, that I'm not even going to write this down in the turn steering wheel. I believe you can do this yourself. Yeah. So let's just do something very quickly. So what? Yep. Check if broken. Do this yourself with video help. Yep, help will do. Okay. Because I think now you're completely squared away enough to be able to get this done. Why am I putting full stops at the end of these now? All right. Now let's move on to probably the most in-depth one of all, and that is change gear. Let's do this.